Hi, today I thought I'd go through the lighting system on the 130. Today I'll be looking at the headlights, the side lights, the number plate light and the work lamp, and I'll also run through how everything is connected up and how I've done it. So starting at the front with the headlights, as you know the 130's grille opens up like a door. I've already unscrewed it, so that comes forward, which then gives you access to the back of the headlights. And of course the headlights as you see, I've got the main, the dip and an earth on the plugs. And of course those plugs are bog standard, universal, so they'll be on the same on the 135. They're then wired together, which is then fed through a wire, which then comes to a plug here, a modern style plug, but it's waterproof. So if we need to remove the front half of the tractor, it's easily unplugged. That wire then comes through on some braided cable, if you can see it there, which runs through a lighting tube, which then comes through here, along there, and then that wire will then go up and through and enter the fuse box. And of course there's 4 fuses. The farthest on the left is headlights, dip, main, and then you have work side lights, and then work lamp. Simple as that. You can see that cable in the far corner there, my finger is, which then comes into the first half. The red half, which is then, that does everything on the front tractor, on the front of the tractor. The other side, the grey looking fuses, then come through and down this wire here, which will then go up to the work lights, side lights, everything. But before then, we'll go through the top of the fuse box. Now the top of the fuse box is all the wires which then make its way to the switch here. And of course the switch is the way it is. First you have side lights, then you have side lights, you have dip on the headlamps, and then main beam. Simple as that, and it's all on a twisting switch. Simple as that. And of course that is then powered by the live off of the ignition switch. So from here, we'll go down here through this lighting tube here till we get to a junction where it'll either get split to the left set of lights, which are up here, or then go to the back. As you can see, a small cable which is going up under the seat does the work of the number plate lights. Simple as that. So now we'll go through along here. So you've got the left, which comes up to from the tube, which then goes up this support member on the mudguard, and then that then comes out the top and then goes into the butler light mount, which is here, and then of course that then powers this side light. Coming on through, you can see how I've routed the number plate light wire that comes up through along the clips on the original back of the original number plate bracket, and then goes into the light. The light of 2 bulbs, that's nothing, a 2-core wire, simple as that, live and an earth. As for on the back, you can see you have this cable which comes up through the back, through this lighting tube, which comes up the same way as it did on the left, up that support member on the mudguard, and goes into the butler light housing as the same. And of course this time it is powering the side light and the work lamp. Of course the work lamp works on the constant, so the push button on the back here, you then press that down and you get your work lamp as that. We'll now run through all the lighting, so on the positions on the switch. So of course the first position, the first click you'll hear, that does the side lights only, headlights off. That's that. The next position does headlight dip, and of course you can see the headlight dip here. And then the second and the last position does headlight on main beam, with the butler lights working, and of course with the number plate light working, which I should add comes on when the side lights are on. And that runs through that. I'll now, in a add-on to this video, which I'll add on after this, then when it becomes darker, I'll show you outside what all the lights are like at night. So stay tuned for that one. Should come along after this one. I'll probably stitch them both together. So see you in the next video.